Hey everybody, I'm that one person. Welcome back to Spongebob's Atlantis Squarepantis for the PS2. I know you're probably wondering why the hell I'm doing this still, and you know what? I am too, I guess. I don't know, it's fine. This game's not gonna be great, but I'll roll with it still.
Now that Patrick and I have escaped the spooky caves with that mysterious amulet, we've taken it to the Bikini Bottom Museum to see if any of the brainy people there know what it is. But before all that, this is a chance for me to try out my brand new camera by photographing all the cool things in the museum. I need to take pictures of the glowing objects in each area to score points. The better the picture I take, the more points I get. There are also secret things to photograph for bonus points. Ooh, secrety. Also, I can throw stale Krabby Patties around if I need to. They can be used to move tourists out of the way, or to stop the museum guards from yelling at me.
You know, I'm starting to think I'm not actually needed in this series. He just gave, like, the whole rundown of the level and the plot. So, like, what the fuck am I here for? Alright, well, as you just... Yeah, he just gave you the plot summary. I guess I don't have to do it now. Alright, well, I guess while we're on the subject of this level, though... that cutscene. Notice how Mr. Krabs didn't say anything? I don't think they got the budget to actually get his voice actor, so he's just mute, like, the entire time. And it's real weird. You'll see a lot more of it later. Or I guess you won't, because he's not gonna talk? You get it. Anyway, this level is surprisingly good. I honestly really like this one. I mean, it's literally just tourism simulator. It's like Pokemon Snap, but you're throwing stale burgers at people to assault them. It's better than it sounds.
This must be where they study anthropology.
Shit. I feel like this minigame does have a bit of a problem, though, which is the fact that it's kind of hard to control sometimes.
You've been framed.
It's not as well tuned as Pokemon Snap, for example. I mean, it's not really a problem here, but you'll see later that this aiming reticule gets used from time to time, and it's not perfect. It moves a little bit too slow and makes some of the levels downright impossible to get a perfect score on. Damn it. Alright. But anyway, yeah, as you've probably figured out, the entire point of this level is pretty much just to take pictures of things. I'm pretty sure the only reason you're doing this is to receive praise from the greatest artist in Bikini Bottom, Squidward Tentacles. Which, to be fair, very good reason to be doing this. But yeah, that's pretty much the entire point of this level. Just take pictures to make Squidward proud. I'm kind of getting into it, sorry. Oh right, I forgot about that. The thing that's literally just a reference to the movie. Also, we have to assault the guards. That's very important. If they scream at you, you lose points. It's literally just a score-based thing, but you know what? It's a fun minigame. I enjoy it. It's dumb, it's fun. What more do you need from a SpongeBob game, really? Oh, it didn't play the voice line. Whatever, Squidward still praised me. I saw the subtitles. The disappointing thing about this level, literally the most disappointing thing about this entire level, is that this minigame is only done twice in the game. That's it. And that's sad, because it's a really fun minigame. It's simple, but it works, you know?
Time for some more photographs.
It's literally just a tour of the Bikini Bottom Museum with a little bit of assault. You've probably already figured that out by now, but
Please do not throw patties in the museum.
I enjoy it, man. What more can I say?
Gary would love it here.
Got it. I mean, luckily, even though it's not as fine-tuned as Pokemon Snap, it's also a lot easier to tell what you need to take pictures of, because you can see the little glowing effect.
This is like a collection
Makes things a
of
bit
bad
better.
treasures.
I mean, not to say that Pokemon Snap isn't good or anything.
Please don't wake me up.
I mean, I haven't tried the sequel. I still find it bizarre that there is a sequel.
Photo pants.
But I mean, hey, if it works, it works. Oh, that guy's still asleep.
I'm putting that one in my photo.
I'm probably not going to get a gold medal on this, because it's really weird, some of the things you have to do to get points.
The most famous exhibit.
Like, obviously, you have to take pictures of random people. Like, you have to take pictures of the guards specifically after you wake them up. That can be a little confusing.
I'm bringing Gary.
And you also have to kill groups of jellyfish, as you can see. That was... I gotta say, I don't like to pat myself on the back too often,
I want one of those.
but that was, like, perfect timing for that. There's a lot of weird and very specific things that you have to do to get points in this.
That's great.
Combine that with the fact that you're constantly moving forward, and it's a little tough. Also, you can't smash the bases. That'll also lose you points.
I'm putting that one in my photo. Where does Gary see this?
I do wonder about what the hell makes them decide something works as an exhibit here, though. Like, who even got these? Are these specifically SpongeBob and Patrick skeletons, or are they just someone else's? I'm guessing they're just his ancestors. I guess that would make sense.
Through prehistory. Must have evolved or something.
There was also, like, literally just the statues of their houses. So, like, I don't know who the hell thought that would be a good museum exhibit. I don't know, man. I feel like, besides the fact that there's only 2 different versions of this level, the biggest issue here is just how fast everything moves. There's a lot going on. It's hard to really get all of it all at once. Which is why I don't think I've ever actually managed to get a gold rating on this level. I might have at some point, but at the very least, I definitely never did it perfectly. I can assure you that much. It's just not gonna happen. It's always like one thing that I miss. It's usually these fucking guys. Or these.
Where does Gary see this?
Thanks for waking me.
Great picture.
Especially because sometimes the picture for the guards doesn't always trigger. At least you have infinite,
Great
words. What is the word? Film. Film. That's what you use to take pictures. I got it.
Wow. How beautiful.
Come on, man. Hello?
That's cool. I'll take some more photos.
Okay, sure, game.
Great picture.
Do you mind?
I'm a natural.
The game isn't perfect, but hey, it's still fun enough.
Great picture.
I know that the game gets worse than this, so
I'm putting that
it gets much worse than this. We're not there yet,
One day, Squidward will
but
have
this
one of
shit
his
is gonna
movies
get
on the
rough.
video. Perfect shot.
I'm sleeping.
Oh, are we done already? I think that's the exit.
And that looks like Squidward. Sort of.
I think we might already be done with this level, and that's kind of disappointing because I was really getting into this one.
If I can only take some great pictures, Squidward will show me where to find the other piece of the amulet.
Wow.
Oh, that's why we're doing this. I thought we were just doing it to fuck around.
I am SpongeBob.
I didn't realize we were actually trying to do this to convince Squidward to help
Even
us.
Squidward would like that one.
I thought we were just doing it for the hell of it. I feel like I missed just one thing on every level so far. Wait! Damn it.
Welcome to the museum. Something.
Okay, we're good. That's not something? Okay! There's no way I didn't get a gold medal on this one. I feel like that was way too easy for me to have not done that before. But I know I've never done it perfectly. There's no fucking way I've done that before. Anyway, while we're on the subject of the medals, I might as well show off what you're supposed to use it for. A shop. There was a shop like this in the previous game, Creature from the Krusty Krab. It was kind of different. In that game, you would throw a certain amount of the points you got from that game, and you would get any random thing from throughout the game. This one, it's always in a specific set order. I don't think I've ever actually gotten it all, though, because to do that, you would have to get all 3 medals on every single level. And some of those are impossible to get the fucking gold medals on. As I mentioned before, the aiming isn't perfect, especially on the PS2 version. Like, I feel like the game was built with the Wii version in mind, where you can just kind of quickly aim with the Wii remote. Doesn't really work as well here, so some of the later shooting type levels never worked out for me. Never got it. But yeah, you can use that shop to buy all sorts of various things. You can buy games for the arcade, you can buy this, you can buy parts for this, which is literally just the SpongeBob Mr. Potato Head, I guess. I don't know, none of it's all that great. There is, like, concept art, I think. Is it concept art, or is it just random weird art? I'm sure there's probably a little bit of both. Yeah, that's concept art. But I'm sure that not all of this is actual concept art. Slight tangent. But one last thing about the medals. As you've noticed, we've only gotten 1 out of each thing. You would have to play each level a minimum of 3 times to get every single medal. But I think as long as you get... It's hard to explain. I think if you get the gold, then regardless of what you get the second time you play through, you're always going to be able to get the... You'll always get all 3 medals if you perform gold standard all 3 times. Because it'll always give you the next one in the list, I think. Probably. But that does mean you would have to at least get gold once, so some of these are just downright ridiculous to actually try to pull off.
You boobs found the missing half of the Atlantean amulet?
What's an Atlantean amulet?
Legend says that when the 2 halves are joined, the path to Atlantis is opened.
Okay, gang, after all that excitement in the museum, it's time for a relaxing musical interlude. Wait for the notes to get to the right spot first. Don't hit them too soon. If you make too many mistakes or don't hit the notes, then the bus will run out of fuel before we reach Atlantis. After each one of us takes a turn, you'll be given a score by Mr. Krabs, who has kindly volunteered to act as judge. But he gets to keep any coins that fall down in back of the seats.
I forgot that I was supposed... Did I read the thing right there for the last one? I forgot that I was doing that. SpongeBob and friends are on their way to Atlantis aboard a magical flying bus. Why they just hopped on with absolutely 0 questions, I have no idea, but they did. Keep the bus full of song fuel by staying in time with the music. This is pretty much just a rhythm game. And despite what my Rhythm Heaven playthrough says, I'm actually at least decent at rhythm games. It's just that I had some real bad lag on that, and nobody believes me, but I was playing it on a fucking potato laptop, on an emulator, with an actual Wii remote, so there was input lag like crazy. And nobody believes me. Everyone thinks I'm bad at rhythm games, and then they fucking see me play a real rhythm game, not this, but a real rhythm game, and then they're like confused. It's happened more than once. I guess I should treat this like an actual rhythm game and shut up during the songs.
Your song film is of 4-star quality.
So yeah, this was just a very basic minigame. 5 different, very short, very basic songs, and that's it. And yes, 5, you'll see later. I mean, you probably already know if you actually watch the episode. You get it. Why am I being cagey about this? You literally already know Plankton's in the fucking game and special. He was literally in the intro. Why am I being like this? Okay, so I guess it doesn't matter that much if I talk during the things, because they're going to be screaming the entire time anyway. It's not a great rhythm game, but it's not the worst rhythm game I've ever played. It's certainly not the fucking faker that was on the Simpsons game. I might need to wipe my disc, because I don't remember this many voice clips not playing.
Icky! I'm singing! Tasty! Uh-oh. Tasty! I'm singing! Tasty! Tasty! I'm singing!
I think the audio is wrong. The audio isn't playing right. No? No? It looked fine. It's hard to tell. It didn't feel right for that last song.
Come on!
Maybe I'm just wrong.
Yes! Oh, yes. Yes. Sweet music. La La-di-da.
Sorry, I'm not... I know it probably sounds like I was making up excuses when I said the audio was off. I'm saying that because I know that the audio on my PS2 has had trouble recording before from the Simpsons game, which I was just talking about like 3 seconds ago. I've had some issues with it before, and I'm worried about it happening again. That's all. I'm literally trying everything I can to get it to work. Like, I literally... Not that you guys care, but I'm gonna go over it. Whenever I record the audio directly from the PS2 to OBS, it, like, freezes for a second, and then starts playing later, so the audio keeps getting behind the actual stream of the video. So right now I'm using a separate program, Audacity, to record the audio, and it's outputting it through my headphones, which is what I'm hearing. And then OBS is recording Audacity, which is what you are hearing. And I think that's working? It doesn't seem to be causing us any problems so far. It sounds... I'm gonna assume the problem with Patrick's song was just that my disc was dirty or something, and not that everything is breaking.
My turn, my turn, my turn! I'm Patrick, and I don't know what to sing.
Warning, you will run out of song fuel.
This level is all about the magical flying bus. Well, it was a magical flying bus, but now that we've crashed it into the gardens, it's more of a magical hopping bus, or maybe a magical smoking, spluttering, occasionally going blah, 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 bus. That's why we need to find and collect all the parts that fell off in the crash. Hopefully no one will notice that we've wrecked the lawn. Anyway, a few garden gnomes or a nice shrubbery, and it'll be as good as new. Each part that we find will help repair the bus, so it will regain some of its old powers. But they're scattered all over the garden, so we're gonna have to go exploring.
Okay, after running out of song, the bus crashed into the Atlantean gardens. Get repaired and make your way to the palace. Keep an eye on your radar to locate the missing parts. Ooh. I didn't mind the last minigame, and I like this minigame too. Honestly, I feel like this game has a lot of decent parts of it. There is definitely one part in particular, though, that I feel brings the entire game down a lot. Like, total garbage tier because of this one part of the game. But we'll talk about that soon. Very soon. Well, I guess probably not very soon, because it's probably going to be next episode. That's not the point here. The closest I can equate... The closest comparison I can make from this game to another game would be Crazy Taxi. Except instead of people, it's just repair kits.
7.
The thing's looking at me!
Success!
Hang on, pause. I think I'm starting to figure out what's happening with the audio. It's not just disappearing. It's getting replaced with other sounds. I've noticed that whenever there's like...
Toolkit those repairs.
There's like awkward silence.
Isn't it fun, everybody?
It isn't actually awkward silence. There's like a snippet of a song being played instead of an actual voice line.
That there turret looks ornery.
Yeah!
And I think just now, during
Please collect items for the bus.
the beginning of this level, helped confirm it. Because I think instead of Sandy's line, she just said 7.
Buses aren't meant to fly.
Or
I
maybe
got wings.
maybe I'm just getting random ideas in my head because I know things are breaking,
What a ride!
and I'm worried about that, so I'm trying to find a solution.
Yes!
I mean, not that that actually is a solution.
Bing, dang, doodle.
By the way, did I mention this minigame is time-based?
Oh,
Toolkit acquired.
I mean, in this case, it actually kind of makes sense, though, why it would be time-based.
now look who's here.
Makes more sense than it would in the fucking other one. The puzzle section. You know what I'm talking about. The one that I felt could have honestly, genuinely just been a standalone game. Honestly, I feel like a standalone SpongeBob game. Wow, voice crack. A standalone SpongeBob game where you have to switch between all 5 of the main characters to get through all sorts of levels. That would be interesting, honest to God.
We're doing it!
Even if you're only allowed like 2 at a time. And yes, I know, I already mentioned this, that's pretty much how the DS version does it, but they don't do it anywhere near as well as this game does. It's very sad. And as much as I love Squidward, he's completely worthless in that game. And you don't even get him until you beat the game. Sorry, I'm ranting. I'm ranting about a game that we're not even playing. Well, I guess if we're not playing it though, then this would probably be the only opportunity I would get.
It's like time stopped or something!
Anyway, back on the subject of this actual game. While I enjoy this one a lot, this specific section, I mean.
Watch out for that
Shit! I never get it gold, and that's probably why.
Okay.
Because I always make stupid mistakes like that.
What is that?
We got that one.
You know what?
We hit it!
I'll say it.
Nice tool.
After you're done watching this series and or this part, assuming that I'm probably gonna upload them like once a week, as I normally do, so like it's probably safe to assume that you probably haven't
So
watched
if
all
it's
of it.
called a greenhouse, how come it's not green?
That's besides the point.
Toolkit.
Wrong way. I would highly recommend listening to this game's soundtrack. It's not bad. I mean, it's not surprising considering the Creature from the Krusty Krab soundtrack was also pretty good.
This bus is bad.
People, here's the thing.
Toolkit.
People don't give enough credit to video game soundtracks, just in general. And like,
Like now.
God forbid people listen to the soundtrack of a fucking licensed video game based off of an episode that most people didn't even like.
We better hot foot.
But really though, I would recommend listening to this game's soundtrack. It's really good. That could have been done a lot better, I assume. Yeah, it's about to get messy, I think.
This tour bus is now back in full working order.
Yeah, this game has some really good songs in it, and this one is definitely one of my favorites in this game. Honest to God. Would recommend.
Look at that. Solid gold.
Alright. Either I'm just wrong about what levels I did and did not get gold medals on, or I am fucking going off today. Alright, well... Anyway, I think that's good enough for now. I think we've made some good progress, and hopefully figured out a solution to the audio problems. But this level... shit's about to get bad next episode. Really, really bad. Like, I might have to dedicate an entire episode to this one minigame because of just how terrible it is. So for anyone who's still watching, strap the fuck in. It's about to get bumpy. But that's about it. I think this is all I can take for... well, no. I've been having a good time. I just know that I'm not about to have a good time, is the thing. But that's about it for this one. So, while I'm over here procrastinating and not dealing with my problems, I didn't mean to do that! No! I will see you guys next time. Peace!